Get everything set up here. We are live as always on YouTube and Facebook. So let me just pull up video here. Everything's looking good. YouTube looks great. What's up, YouTube world? All right, camera angles look good on live. So we are going to start it's going to be a short one. Super Bowl Sunday. Home. Relaxing. So we're going to pull up this video and then we are going to start. Get everything set up here. We are going to start episode 36. Here we go. And here we
It's the good, the ugly, and the not so bad.
Welcome to the Not So Bad Podcast.
Woo! Welcome everybody to episode 36 of the Not So Bad Podcast. Everybody just watched the most exciting Super Bowl ever. Am I right? I mean, that was the best Super Bowl I've ever seen in my entire... I have never seen a more exciting Super Bowl. Seriously, I haven't. If you can tell me how that... I mean, it was amazing. I mean, the action from start to finish, the least amount, no touchdowns, the first Super Bowl in history with no touchdowns through the third three quarters. I mean, that's just, if that's not exciting, their ratings are probably so high. Not! The fucking halftime show was more exciting than the entire Super Bowl. The halftime show was more exciting than the last 6 minutes of the game because everybody knew what was going to happen. There was going to be some bullshit penalty. It was going to cause the Rams to have some kind of fucking setup, which was crazy because it put them at first and 20. A bullshit. You called a holding call on a center. First of all, he's the center. They're both holding each other if you actually watch the play. And then it gave them a first and 20 and took away all their momentum. So people are going to say, you're making excuses, whatever. Fuck the Super Bowl. It was bullshit. It was still an alright game. The defenses did great. They did their jobs. I thought it was a pretty standard football game without offense. But as far as that goes, everybody knew what was going to happen. Bad penalty call, Patriots win. Shut down the Rams' momentum, give them the win. That's usually how it goes. Travis Scott read off a monitor, I think, for the first part of his performance. He just kind of like stood in one spot and read. But yeah, that was the Super Bowl for 2019. So there you go. The NFL's 100th season ended with just a whimper. Ended with a whimper. So there's that. There's my Super Bowl 53 announcement. No, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. It was all right. I can't believe I actually watched the whole fucking thing. It's surprising to me. So yeah, you have that. Now everybody knows here at the Not So Bad Podcast, we usually do an artist of the week, and our artist of the week is the incomparable KRS-One. Knowledge reigns supreme over everyone. That's what his name stands for. Knowledge reigns supreme over everyone, over anyone, or every. I forget which one. But anyway, KRS-One is one of my favorite lyricists and artists. His name is Lawrence Chris Parker, better known as KRS-One, or Teach. People know him by that as well. Teacha, the Blastmaster, Big Joe Crash, Temple of Hip Hop. He's like really woke because he talks about like the Illuminati and the Freemasons and stuff like that. Like he's one of those dudes that just always has knowledge, and that's why his name makes sense. Knowledge reigns supreme. So he started in I want to say the 80s, and then he finally started releasing. Yeah, the 80s is Boogie Down Productions. It was one of the first rap groups conspired to like do gangster rap and conscious rap. They're considered one of the first. They got a lot of awards around their city, and then the debut album Criminal Minded Then LaRock, which was one of the members, was shot and killed, but KRS-One continued the group. And then he began releasing records under his own name in KRS-One. He's politically active, and he actually started the Stop the Violence movement after the death of Scott LaRock, which is pretty cool. He was born in Brooklyn in 1965, raised by a single mother. He left home at 16 to become an MC. There's actually a famous story about him where he says this guy kind of helped him become an MC because he said, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And KRS-One already knew. He's like, I want to be an MC. And he's like, just do it then. You know, so there was a song by Mr. Magic and Marley Marl that was called The Bridge, okay? It was a song about, I'm pretty sure it was about Brooklyn. Let me look this up real quick. Because it was crazy, yeah, it was about South Bronx. Or no, it was about Brooklyn maybe? The Bridge? It was about the bridge. And then KRS-One dissed the song with a record called South Bronx, and then Big Shan, they did, MC Shan did Kill That Noise, and then BDP, Boogie Down Productions, did The Bridge Is Over. Now, the bridge is over, the bridge is over, the bridge is over, and then South Bronx. South Bronx, South Bronx, South Bronx. Like, they're both crazy good songs lyrically, right? And that kind of like set up one of the earlier feuds. I'm pretty sure that KRS-One won the battle against MC Shan. And a lot of people concede that he kind of won. His solo career, he had largely solo albums under the name Boogie Down Productions, but then he said his first solo album called Return of the Boom Bap. Now, people don't know, but boom bap in hip-hop language is that boom bap, boom, boom bap, boom bap, boom, boom bap. That's like the core of every hip-hop beat. And then he did Sound of the Police. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police. That was on that record. He featured Channel Live on Free Mumia, a song in which they criticized black civil rights activists. Like, it's crazy. He went, like, really hard. And then he was an R.E.M. single radio song. So he's, like, worked with a lot of different artists. There's acoustic versions of his song. Let's see. And then the Temple of Hip Hop is a ministry, archive, school, and society founded by KRS-One. Its goal is to maintain and promote hip-hop culture. The Temple of Hip Hop maintains that hip-hop is a genuine political movement, religion, and culture, and has been accepted by the United Nations as a religion. So the Temple of Hip Hop calls on all hip-hop fans to celebrate Hip-Hop Appreciation Week. It encourages DJs and MCs to teach people about the culture of hip-hop, to write more socially conscious songs, and radio stations to play more socially conscious hip-hop. Hip Hop History Month, which is November, founded by the Universal Zulu Nation, is also recognized. So here's something that's real, and I didn't know this previously, but the Temple of Hip Hop was recognized by the United Nations as a religion, which I think is, I want to be in that. Like, that's my religion. I'm an MC, I like to write, I'm an artist, a producer. I believe that that's something I can get behind, the culture of hip hop being conscious. My name is Conscious Doc when I do music, so it's something I'm really into. Does anybody have any comments about what they think of the Super Bowl? If not, let me know, because it's pretty fucking insane. While I'm talking about KRS-One, you guys can give me your thoughts on the Super Bowl. Or if you have some thoughts about the Temple of Hip Hop or KRS-One himself. You know, he was asked in 2004, KRS engaged in controversy when he was quoted in a panel discussion. And he was saying that we cheered when 9/11 happened. And that was his quote. He said his philosophy drew criticism from many sources, including a pointed bar by the New York Daily News. And here's what he said. He said, I was asked about why hip-hop has not engaged the current situation more, meaning 9/11. My response was because it does not affect us, or at least we don't perceive that it affects us. 9/11 happened to them. I went on to say, I am speaking for the culture now. I'm not speaking my personal opinion. I continue to say, 9/11 affected them down the block, the rich, the powerful, those that are opposing us to the culture. You know, the big business, Sony, RCA, BMG, Universal, the radio stations, Clear Channel, Viacom, BET, and MTV. Those are our oppressors. Those are the people that are trying to overcome in hip-hop every day. That is a daily thing. We cheered when 9/11 happened in New York and say that proudly here, because when they were down at the Trade Center, we were getting hit over the head by cops, told that we can't come in this building, hustled down to the train station because of the way we dressed and talked, and so on. We were racially profiled. So when the planes hit the building, we were like, justice. Now, I don't agree with that. KRS is kind of fucked up for saying that, but, and just as I began to say, now, of course, a lot of our friends and family were lost there. He said he went to explain himself, but then he was interrupted, and they did a he did a remix in 2005 with Public Enemy's Chuck D on the song Bin Laden by Immortal Technique and DJ Green Lantern, which blames American neoconservatives, the Reagan Doctrine, and U.S. George W. Bush for 9/11. So he's kind of like, he's really, really controversial, and like, yeah, he said some fucked up things, but I still look past that for the music. He's not out there peeing on girls like R. Kelly, so he's somebody I can still respect regardless of something he may have said, and I'm sure doesn't actually agree with those things, so that's where I stand with that. I still think KRS-One is one hell of an artist, and he deserves the awards that he's gotten. KRS-One has won VH1 Hip Hop Honors in 2004. He got the I Am Hip Hop Award from BET and a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2007. The Urban Music Awards gave him a 2009 Living Legend Award. And his studio albums, man, he has Return of the Boom Bap, a self-titled KRS-One album, I Got Next, The Sneak Attack, Spiritual Minded, Chris Styles, Keep Right, Life, Adventures in MC, and Maximum Strength, the BDP album, Now Hear This. And then in 2017, The World Is Mind. The World Is Mine. That's his latest album. They're all really good. He has books that he's done. He has a self-published book that's called The Science of Rap. It's out of print, so I'm not going to find it. Ruminations is another book, and then The Gospel of Hip Hop, The First Instrument. That's in 2009. So he has books published. He's just a really smart, interesting guy who has different perspectives that not everybody will agree with, but still can find interesting. And that's the idea of a democracy, is that everybody is allowed to have different ideas, perceptions, opinions, and then we can discuss them on an open forum and pretty much, meld our society around this converging of viewpoints. That's what it's supposed to be. We have a massive intersection of viewpoints. We converge them all, and we kind of work together to make this society better for everybody, and that's equal opportunity. I am against the equality of outcome, because the equality of outcome doesn't make any sense. It's a really dangerous doctrine. A lot of the ideologues like to push that. They like to say, opportunity of outcome. I can't believe I've actually heard people say it on the news. Certain left-wing people who are too far to the left have said equality of outcome. That's ridiculous. I can't believe they actually have the balls. I mean, I guess congratulations for having the balls to say it, but I look at it like this. I want those people to be allowed to say those things, and I want people to be allowed to say whatever they want. Because if people are allowed to say whatever they want, then you can expose them, and they can also learn from their mistakes. So let's say you have a Nazi or a racist. I want that Nazi to be able to speak in a public forum, so that way people can disagree with them. So that way they can hear other perspectives and not be forced underground where they build this cult following, and then all of a sudden, 10 years after, 8 years after a black president, we end up with somebody like Donald Trump, which is exactly what happened. The left's PC culture forced these people into the dark corners where they grew and grew, and then it pissed off normal working class people who were like, why are all these people throwing rocks for somebody trying to speak at Berkeley? And this is not what our country is about. It just kind of grew and grew, and it festered, and because they didn't allow these people to speak on sensitive subjects, and essentially some of it might be hate speech, but at the end of the day, I would rather know who speaks hate speech and who doesn't. I want to know if that person is hateful and if they have the wrong ideas. That way I can know whether to avoid them, or if I can engage in a how do I say this? That way I can engage in a growing conversation with them, in a political dialogue that furthers our goal as a nation to become more and more advanced and more, just connected and equal. And I think that's important. Equality is important. A lot of people forget, and this is something Jordan Peterson said, we talk about the patriarchy, and this is where they mess up, because they're taking a substrata of very few men, and they're saying they represent all men, even though most people in prisons are men, most people that commit suicide are men, most people that die in wars are men, most rape victims are women. These are substrata that don't fall over the whole general population. So the patriarchy is one of those things where, if you go back to the 1920s, it wasn't a few activists that started the women's revolution. It was technology. It was the pill. It was tampons. It was cooperation between the sexes that enhanced and gave women the vote, and realized there were certain things that were wrong about the old ways of doing things, and then we grew together. The sexes and everybody cooperated to make the world a better place. And now the left and the far right have kind of spread apart to where they're not cooperating to do it, they're just trying to force either side into doing the wrong thing. In Canada, Jordan Peterson became an activist because in Canada they wrote legislation saying you had to use somebody's preferred pronoun. Now, Jordan Peterson, just like, I forget his name, but Jordan Peterson said, in interpersonal communication, I will use somebody's preferred pronoun. If I'm a professor and my students demand that I do it, I'm not going to do it. No. He's allowed to make that decision because free speech is important. Now, your right to be offended doesn't trump my right to free speech. You have the right to be offended, and I have the right, you can offend me, we can offend each other, but at the end of the day, we can also have a civil discussion, or not. We can choose to talk to each other however we want, as long as we're not threatening each other with violence. And what the left is trying to do is turn those words into violence, saying that, if you say this, you are inciting violence against my people, which is not true. Saying that I don't want to use your preferred pronoun does not incite violence. It just simply states you can't force me to say anything. And when the government starts to write laws that say you have to use certain words, then that's where I have a problem. Other than that, my personal belief is, yes, if you are a trans person and you want me to use it, even if you're not, even if you don't want me to, I will use whatever pronoun is preferred or whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you want to be recognized as a woman, that's fine. But the government isn't going to force me to do so. No one's going to force me to do that. I will not be shouted down. I recently went through a situation where, because I offended somebody and said the wrong thing, I was pretty much just this person turned their back on me, left. I'm obviously here at the podcast alone. It's a really weird situation. It's taken me weeks to get my head around it. It was manipulative and toxic. The whole situation was really fucked up. It was hypocritical, and it was just wrong. It was a simple mistake where I made a joke, and it was easy to fix. I can apologize for that, but this person took that opportunity to try to trash me on a public forum and cause separation when, you can't be complicit, laugh along, and have fun, and then behind my back try to say, I'm not like that. He says, fuck all the viewers, fuck everybody. He's on that ignorant shit. I'm not. And those are quotes. You can't say that and then be complicit in it when it's not really how I feel. Because whenever I make a joke, everybody on here is aware that I say, you guys know I'm fucking around, I'm just an asshole, I don't mean those things, they're jokes. That's what jokes are. It gets down to freedom of speech. And this person had a problem with some of my speech, not until it offended somebody close to me. That's the only time it became a problem, is when somebody else got involved in the situation. Then it became a problem when the joke that I made, if the person who was offended would have been sitting in the same room, they wouldn't have had a problem with it. It would have been understandable. It would have been, just a joke. I would have said, I don't mean that towards you, right? It's just a joke. But, I'm allowed to get a Christmas present that calls me a bitch and a whack-ass motherfucker. I can't make a joke that's not even intentionally pointed at somebody, and then I'm the bad guy. So this person tried to manipulate the situation as if I was the, monster here. And in the reality, neither one of us had done anything wrong. I made a joke that offended somebody. I apologize, move on. But this person had to create a villain to justify why they just couldn't hang, why they just didn't want to do it, or they had some other feelings and they just weren't strong enough or didn't have the integrity to come out and say it. So it became an issue, and like I said, neither one of us did anything wrong. Even recently, I reached out and said, hey, I gave you the keys for this program so you could make music. I'm getting another computer and I need the key back because I can only have so many download keys. I only have so many keys for the program that I can give out, right? I only have 2 of them. So I just messaged and said, hey, I know it sucks, man, blah, 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 but I need you to take that off your computer so I can use it because it's mine. If we're not working together, then it is what it is. And then I said, do you think we'll ever talk again? And the response I got was, what, like we're in a relationship? I got attitude from the gate. You know what I mean? And then I just said, all right, I would have died for your music, but it's whatever. I was really supportive of this person's music. I would have still been. And then I realized, I said, I guess you're still on that fuck me bullshit, whatever. I hope everything goes well. And I just blocked the person because that's what you should do. Just block them and move on because it just wasn't healthy. It was manipulative. It was immature. And this isn't an attack. It's just like the truth. And I know this person isn't actually like immature. This person isn't a bad person. It was just handled wrong, and it just fucked me up for a couple weeks. So I kept trying to think, what did I do wrong to cause this situation? I offended somebody. Easy fix. I can apologize. It wasn't even that bad. I made a joke. I'm not going to say it again, but it was, it was a funny little quip, and like we laughed, and then afterwards it became an issue, and then a live video was made from this person that said, I'm ignorant and I say fuck all the viewers, even though I don't. I love you guys that watch the podcast. So I just wanted to bring some clarity and some closing and some closure to the situation and say the ties are cut. I have no ill will, and I hope everything works out for this person. I still appreciate their music. I'm not a hater, and I'm just upset that the situation had to work out that way because they felt it was necessary to create a villain, and so whatever. It's not a big deal. Some people just have to learn through mistakes, and that's how it goes. I did a lot for this person. I helped them out in their professional life and in their personal life. I'm gonna need to see a Franklin yearbook. If anybody can get their hands on a Franklin yearbook when they come out. This person needed an ad for their job, and I ended up making I made one while I was on the toilet. It's just here's an idea. And then he ended up enlisting my help, and I made the entire ad. And he took it to work. So he showed me his ad and mine, and they liked mine. So he took it to work, and then he gave me what I needed to do, and I did the whole ad. It was a professional graphic for a real company that he works for a full-page yearbook ad, right? So I made this ad, and then he took it to them, and obviously they don't know that I made it. Or he might have told them by now, I don't know. But he has, if it's in the yearbook, then that is taking my intellectual property and my work and using it as your own. I won't get any credit for that. And then my copyrighted company logo for True Merch Co. is actually in the ad. So I'll be able to prove, also through messages, because I have the iterations and the questions and stuff of when I was making it. I'll be able to prove hey, I made this ad. That isn't okay, this year's coming out. I don't think it's out yet. I don't know when they get them. I think they get them in the summertime or before graduation. But yeah, this year's yearbook coming out. I don't know if it already came out, but probably not, because this was only a month ago that I made the ad, so I don't think they do it that quick. But if it is in the yearbook, then it's what do I do? Do I let somebody just use my property like that who completely disrespected me when it wasn't even that serious? Like I said, neither one of us did anything real wrong. It was fixable. I offended. I can apologize. But to try to trash me and hurt my brand and my name for no reason is just, I'm not going to take that. So what should I do? Should I let it slide, or should I say, hey, you used my intellectual property, my art, my logo in this ad without giving me credit, and I wasn't paid for it. You pawned it off as your own work, and I actually told you you can do that until you completely just took advantage of it, and that's what I felt like throughout this entire situation was I got this person a gift, right? Multiple gifts for Christmas and beyond that, multiple gifts. For since 4 years ago when I met this person, I gave them things, spent real money on stuff to give this person gifts, right? He gave me an audio box interface, right? It's an audio interface. And then when this whole thing came, he also had a microphone here. That wasn't a gift. He had it here. This person came to get their microphone and said, I'm going to return the gift you gave me, but you can keep the gift I gave you. Now, anybody who's studied any psychology knows that this is a power move. If somebody gives you a gift, right, and you give them a gift, if they return your gift but say you can keep their gift, it's just a power play to say I'm better than you. I don't want to be perceived as if I'm doing something wrong when I am. And that's what it was. It's really shady to say, here's the gift you gave me back, or here's the gift you gave me, here, you can keep that, but go ahead and keep what I gave you, because I'm better than you. It's a really fucked up power move. I don't appreciate that. I don't respect it because it's not fucking right. But whatever. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not a hater. I fucking cried when it happened because it was dude, this is really fucked up. This is really fucked up. Or at least check if it's there. Yeah, my messenger's big fucked up, so I'll try to message you. I might just write a status for you and tell you what's
But thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole situation. It's not really serious. It's it was just a weird situation that, like, ended in me doing the podcast alone now. So I'm taking applications for any co-hosts that want to join the Not So Bad podcast. You get your face and the logo, and then you get just experience in running a production. Because I do run a production here. We have multiple. We go live on Facebook and YouTube. We have our professional lighting and studio and sound recording and everything like that. So you get to learn some. It's still in the early stages. It's not 100% professional yet because I do this all by myself. But it's a good learning experience for anybody who's looking to get into the field of production. So if you're looking, just send me a message or something. Let me know. Hey, I'd be interested. But yeah, if you're interested, let me know, because it's a fun time. It's a good experience, and it's just good for fun. Next, I am going to play for you guys a new beat that I made recently. I'm going to see if I can find it. I think it's this one. This might be for Darkness Master. I'm going to play a new beat for you guys, and we're going to get out of here. It's an early podcast. Yeah.
Just music. It's a vibe.
Don't try and hide the feeling inside. Howl at the moon and live by the light. Cut down old roots, try to make room. It won't take long to grow that new fruit. Yeah, I swim in the dark. Been waiting in the water, got me chest deep. I run and I sleep, searching for me. Yeah, just let it breathe. I'm working on the song right now and I forget the lyrics, but I do have some written down. See, I really like this beat. It hits. Yeah, there's a break coming up soon. But the bass line's dope because it's like a bomb, 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 bomb. It's a really cool bass line on that one. Next, I'm going to play another new beat that I made. It's called Bag Up My Heart. That's the newest beat that I made. So that's 2 new songs coming out. Yeah. Consciousness and music and this group's all we got. Work it how I walk it and I work it out alive. Yeah, I'm getting out alive. Watch me struggle, watch me strive, watch me stay survive.
a dope one I'm working on. It was just a little freestyle, but yeah, that's just what I'm doing. Hey Liz, thank you very much. Appreciate it. But yeah, so I don't know what happened here. Let me go back and refresh this little page and then turn down the volume. So we're about 32 minutes in, somewhere around there. Sorry for the YouTube camera. I keep fucking bumping the camera stand. You guys can see it kind of probably bobbling over there in the camera. You can see it down in the corner. Because this is the YouTube camera. You guys see it. It's right here. Facebook, you can see the YouTube one. YouTube, you can't see the Facebook camera because it's behind you. But yeah, thank you. Those are my beats. I have quite a few of them. Just like the intro, I make everything, produce it myself. Liz, Elizabeth on here, she actually plays some of my music in her live stream. So this is the newest song called Darkness and Darkness. No, I'm just kidding. I like that Plain Potatoes dude. He's one of my favorite dudes. So yeah, this is a new one. You guys heard the beat for this earlier. Yeah. Yeah. Don't try and hide the darkness inside. I'll let the moon live by the night. Cut down the roots, try to make room. It won't be long to grow that new fruit. Don't try and hide the darkness inside. I'll let the moon live by the night. Cut down the roots, try to make room. It won't take long. It's part of the game as it comes and it goes. I cannot escape. Part of me waits, waiting in the water. Got me chest deep, stop, but I can't reach. Like young and younger, I'm searching for wonder. I can discover what I cannot speak. All in the peace, all in me. Rewrite my path like it's following me. Running and running, you cannot receive. Sit for a minute, my friend, you will see. All that shit works out eventually. How's it to be when we all know life is right now with nowhere to go? Pumping up load and bury the stress. I be depressed, but life stay glowing. Whole world keep going. So what's it gonna be? Living in mind or letting it be? Just let this shit breathe. Just let this shit breathe. Yeah. Just let this shit breathe. Don't try and hide the darkness inside. I'll let the moon live by the light. Cut down the roots, try to make room. It won't take long, no that new fruit. I'm looking for a place I belong. Taking back where I come from. I'm looking, I'm searching for what I believe. Looking for peace, so just let it breathe. So just let it breathe. I'm smoking, I'm blowing, I'm going insane. Breaking through all these flames. Conscious is the life, yeah, music is the game. So watch who you play. Better watch who you play. Yeah, just let it breathe. Just let it breathe. Don't try and hide the darkness inside. I let the moon live by the light. Cut down the roof. So yeah, there's a preview of my new song, Darkness. Something in the Ether is like my other favorite songs, but I'm not going to play that. I'm going to share a video for you guys. There's clips of it out there. Liz, who was on here, you guys can go to her page. She has live with my music on it. I'm getting ready to release an EP soon. I have like 2 more songs to finish. And then Egg Crates and Curtains, which is the name of my first EP, will be out. The reason I named it Egg Crates and Curtains is because the first sound booth that I built for this album was made out of egg crates and curtains, like stapled to the corner of this wall. And then I got a portable vocal booth, and I have this closet over here, so I'm not going to call it portable closet. I'm going to call it Egg Crates and Curtains by Conscious Doc, a group called Conscious.
Any MCs out there who are dope, fuck, I'm just kidding. Hit me up.
So yeah, it'll be for sale. I might get some. I'm gonna have digital copies. I might do some.
Hard copies, I don't know yet. I was thinking about doing vinyl because it's cheaper now to like get vinyl produced, so I might
Do that. So I'm gonna quit shaking that camera and I'm gonna get out of here, guys.
But before we get out of here, I will play you one song, and it's gonna be Something in the Ether.
So we'll end with Something in the Ether, which is one of my favorite songs.
Song so far. I love the beat that I did on this. I produced it, mixed it, and mastered it myself. Using Ableton and Reaper. Liz, this is the song I'm trying to get you to play because it won't work on your Gmail. Yeah. So I'll scream hallelujah if I break these walls. My chains are self-made. I'll fall on the floor. Yeah. I've been through so much, I'm just trying to live it down, trying to live it up before they lay me underground. Breathe my last breath with my head up in the clouds. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, hold up, hold up, hold up. I thought we had it all before the game, before the fall, before you shut it off. I'm alone, I'm alright, I'm alone. I can get up in my zone. See, I'm prone to being elegant. Yeah, you showing you lack elements. I'm shaking up the sediment while blowing down your tenement. Yeah, ripping up the roots of the fruits of this labor. Vines that turn to veins, that's the proof of this danger. I'm a stranger in the way of my own nature. I'm a painter from the way I use my nomenclature. It's not fate that killed the creature, it's the teacher speaks, the dreamers pitch the ether. Drop the heater, lift the leader, feel the reaper. Yeah, there's something in the ether, yeah. Can you see it? There's something in the ether. There's something in the ether, yeah. There's something in the ether. There's something in the ether. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah.
So I'll scream.
Beat change. I did a solo and a beat change right here. Here it comes. Yeah, yeah. You're relaxed, you can't rewind the past. Get it till I give it all. I'm living too damn fast. Need to live my life like I want that shit to last. I don't want the last time I see my mama to leave through glass. Kiss my ass, I ain't going out like that. It's par for the course when you play the game. Drive as far as you came and never look back. Keep it moving to the future and dodge your shooter. See, there's bound to be a couple that'll hate you. In the end, you should thank them and be grateful for every touch. So is a human that's able to change your life like they an angel, like they an angel, yeah. There's something in the ether. There's something in the ether. There's something in the ether. Yeah. So there's almost the whole song of Something in the Ether. It's one of my longest songs, but I like it a lot. So Something in the Ether, Liz has that one, but I can't get it. It won't work for some reason, so I'll keep trying to send you that song. It's one of my favorites. People like my music on your live, so thank you, Liz, for playing them. Thank you, everyone, for checking out episode 36 of the Not So Bad podcast. It's going to be a short one, only 40 minutes tonight. Super Bowl 53 sucked. Patriots won, so now there's 2 teams with 6 rings. Tom Brady breaks the record for most Super Bowl appearances, 9. He's killing it, so shout out to the Pats, even though I fucking hate him. So many people in Pennsylvania are mad. But now we have 3 definitive American teams: Patriots, the Steelers, and the Cowboys. Those are America's teams. Anywhere you can go, you can find their fans. Thank you so much for everybody for watching.
It's the good, the ugly, and the not so bad.
Welcome
Goodbye.
to the Not So Bad Podcast.